For those of you who are still keeping track, this is episode 4 just for today. And this time I'm going to focus on a few games that zero in on particular careers, just to see how we might do with them. This is more or less in light of the fact that on the last episode a few moments ago, we just proved ourselves very effective drug kingpins. And now we're going to try something a little more, I guess legitimate's the word for it. We'll see. Starting off with Crime and Punishment. So here we play the role of a judge who is announcing sentencing for a recently convicted criminal. So the deal is our judicial IQ will be affected by A, how much information we ask for based on the crime convicted, and B, the sentencing we offer based upon that. So here's what we can check out. And it's up to you really to decide, is this truly relevant enough to ask? Details of the crime. Property damage or loss. To me, doesn't seem all that, well, okay, it might establish motive to see property damage or loss, but anyway. Not very much. $13.50. Confidants, huh? So somebody decided to break the relationship. Jesus. Psycho much? Wow. I mean, not that the demographics should mean anything here, so you might not even want to ask for that. Nor does the excuse matter that much. The offender said he needed money. That's such a small amount that was lost, though, to justify what he did. You could go into the criminal record of the convict. Wow. I'm just going down the line here for those of you curious. Babyface, huh? Okay. Well, yeah, because no rap sheet. Ooh, how scary. Well, this guy was clean as a whistle until now. Pre-sentence report. So this is what all happened within the courtroom scene. Seems pretty standard. It's amazing this guy didn't grow up into a life of crime sooner than this. Okay. The separation does surprise me to a point. You'd think somebody like this would have a happy marriage. I mean, this just seems like an otherwise normal, upstanding citizen who had one major lapse of judgment. Now you can review everything that you've heard so far. And then offer your verdict when you're ready. In any case of murder, you may choose the death penalty. Sometimes it's warranted according to the game's algorithms. Sometimes it is not. What you want to try and do is line yourself up with what the game would suggest. I personally would say death. That's just me. Only because the person he murdered did absolutely nothing to warrant being murdered. I'm gonna say no. But if you don't say no to a murder conviction, that is most definitely prison. Jails for lesser stuff and probation, I mean, they speak for themselves. I'm going to say something high, though, for this. 21 years. 5 months. Okay, so pretty close here. If you listen very closely, you can hear 1 tap per gavel. 10 is the best rating you can get. And you now see what the maximum judicial IQ the game allows is. There's supposed to be an algorithm that affects your IQ for picking less than relevant information, but I don't think it works on this port. So that we won't get to see. I'm not going to spend a super long amount of time on this because, I mean, we've pretty much done it. Prostitution. You know what? I may as well have fun with this and detail how I would be as a judge. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Who cares? Look. Provided all parties are consenting adults, really. Like, this isn't something for society or the government to decide. There are higher powers for that purpose, but this is beyond what other human beings should be concerning themselves with. What for, though? Interesting. Okay. Convicted every time, huh? Radio commentator can kiss my ass. As can all of the media. That's a commentary, isn't it? I find that extremely hard to believe for reasons. Widowed at 22? That sucks. Hence the need for income, yes. Here's where I sit as a judge. If you really, really want to, just do it. A sentence that doesn't match up so much will drop your judicial IQ pretty sharply. Now that is a problem. Let's go for... Oh, this is a one-on-one thing. Oh, maybe not. Risen from addiction, I suppose. Got away clean till now. A Canadian Protestant ringleader, huh? I mean, that's kind of a byproduct of the action. Well, look. You really shouldn't be price fixing. Let's just do that. 3 months and a week in jail. Not far off. Oh yeah, that can be a serious problem. Oh God. That's the wrong reason to do anything like that. Okay, that to me is at least respectable. To be comfortable enough in your own skin to be doing some shit like that. He had accomplices. Not anymore, he ain't. I have connections with firefighters, and false alarm settings kind of hit me somewhere with that, so what I'm doing may be a little bit harsher than what a normal judge would do, but I'm not so sure I care. Whoa, hefty sum. You didn't think anyone would be hurt. You obviously didn't care. He says he didn't think anyone would be hurt, and then he says he didn't do it. Pretty obvious lie there, don't you think? Okay. I disagree. Mainly because I don't forgive rape. I realize full well that this is going to get me only one gavel, but in the absence of the death penalty for somebody who has done that, as far as I'm concerned, you can fucking rot. I'm beginning to wonder if back then they just looked for any excuse they could possibly get. Publicity. This is where the media devotes their time and energy, right? A lot of history. Hunting out of season. Get over it, people. This is getting into some dangerous stuff. Classic. Scarface and is somehow not a fugitive. I promise you, nobody got him on securities fraud. What are you insinuating there, game? Fascinating. Well, securities fraud is indeed a pretty serious thing. Alright, we've now heard all three ditties. 1 through 4 gets the bad one, 5 through 7 the okay one, and 8 through 10 the truly masterful one. Alright, we're going to make this the last one for this game. Burglary again. Actually, no, you know what? Scratch that. I want to get one that warrants the death penalty. Unlawful use of a credit card. This one won't do it. Aiding and abetting a felon. Okay, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. Shoplifting. That's good for probation, as far as I can tell. Arson. This one could be fascinating. Oh, Christ. Whoa, what? 99% of the time, that's just out of line. Public pressure group. Well, you torched the place, so I mean... Yeah, sure you did. See how well that worked for you, bud. Okay, this is guaranteed to be death sentence. Promise you that. Presidential assassination, as if that's not bad enough. $1.5 million lost. A booby-trapped car. Basically a car bomb. There are many things I could say about this, but I'm not going to. Irresistible urge. I'm sorry. That's it. I promise you that's the death penalty just on the fact that it's presidential assassination. Alright, I want to see if I can get 6, 7, and 9. There's 9. 6 and 7 are tough. Offensive touching. So you rob the cradle with a stranger. That's great. Okay, this to me would be death. Obviously, these judges aren't quite as strict about that. Okay, there's 6. All I need now is 7. Ow. Oh, wow. I never expected to get a perfect score, like a perfect match, outside of the death penalty. No kidding. Okay, that's bad. Three straight 9s, but I can't seem to get that 7. I'm gonna give it 5 more tries. Okay, that doesn't count because that's obviously death. Too high. Ugh. Murder of a police officer. That's always going to be... Oh, maybe not. That's a prison sentence. 7, 7, 7. Okay, forced prostitution. If you're the one doing the forcing, yes. Okay, at this point I'm curious. Can you get 7? Because I don't know if I ever have. Well, if anybody out there does happen to know what gets said for getting 7 gavels, if that's even possible, please comment it below. I would love to know. Okay, there will not be a next case. We are done with that. So that's the how-to on being a lawyer. This next one is going to take a minute of setup. Just bear with me a moment, please. Okay. I think that's as far as I need to go with setup. So here we go. Next up is TV mogul. So, the career this time is television network executive. These credits are funny. Oh my God. God bless Pete Rose. Okay, first of all, hold on. Hold on just a second here. I want to try and get some sound going on this. Give me just a sec. I see. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do then, in order to start up a sound card, let's do it with ad-lib. Which I guess isn't even going to work. Oh, hold on. There's got to be a way to do it, because I mean it said in the install bat that oh, I get it. I know what I did wrong. Okay, this is what we wanted to do. Or maybe it's not. Hold on. Let me read this. We may have to resort to this. Well, at this point, screw it. Let's go. So we've got some TV guide entries for each of the 3 networks. You obviously can't have ABC, CBS, and NBC. So they did letter stuff. Real funny titles here. I'm sure every single one of these is a parody of something else. So if you're paying attention to the ratings, the TV guide entries, the news, these are the tools you would need in order to really effectively handle your station. I'm not going to go too far with this one. But I do want to at least see what happens on a day-to-day basis of this. So we've used $1 million on our budget making that deal in the news that was outlined in the newspaper. Yeah, you can read this stuff to get information on your shows. Sound is really quiet, but I'm making a phone call here. We're going to buy all the shows. Whoa, what happened? Ah, news. Can't figure out how to raise my bid. N and M? Really? Seriously? Who was even going to think of that? Friggin' lame. Well, we've still got the top show. Well, we did pretty okay here. It's our turn again, huh? I would love to see the consequences of changing all the shows around. I kind of want to snatch this. Nothing like watching it hit for both sides. Okay, so because I've already won a bid, I can't bid again. Oh, wow. Got some bumping going on here. Well, this is what being a network executive looks like. This one I'm not going to spoil anything. Yeah, for those interested in being a television career person, that's the kind of thing you will want to check out for yourself. And finally, although this one is probably more adventure than it is career, why not? This last one is what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. Unless I can find a crack for this. Oh, okay. Let's try this one more time. That way we can actually get past the DRM. Oh, jumped the gun on that one. Sit patiently and wait. There we go. Most powerful in professional sports and one of the most respected business executives in the world. Is that so? Golf, tennis, and self-production. Okay. Negotiate a business deal for each client. Hire qualified employees. All right. I'm not really good at this business stuff, but let's say I really don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, if you guys have any thoughts here, by all means. Hmm. Yeah, not really much to say here that wasn't already explained well enough by what was going on here. If this is a career that you might be interested in for procedural growth, I guess, and understanding, this wouldn't be a bad one for you to do. And that's what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. And this is really one if you're interested in sports business or one side or the other, maybe. But yeah, that kind of thing happens. Oops. This is fiction, guys. Yeah, this is why I should not be interacting with people. Good relationships make bad business. There's a lot to this that I'm actually pretty impressed with it. But yeah, again, not really my thing. So for those of you that are interested, go after this one, check it out. And I do want to do one more episode today just to break my record. And it's going to be a little bit of a throwback to a prior series I did. An entry I missed, but will not make the same mistake twice. So with that, stay tuned while I put this one up, and hang on.